Just want to welcome back the bowl participants that did that for the last 8 weeks. Congratulations to everyone that graduated. If you're here and you attended bowl, do you mind just standing up? All right. Who else attended bowl? Yeah. Congratulations. I think we had 25 from our office that graduated. Any bowl grad, any ahas or anything special you wanted to, success story that you wanted to share?
I'd like to share something that Rudy had a birthday recently.
Yay!
Actually, Rudy was in bowl, and Rudy had a very successful bowl session. You want to talk a little bit about that, Rudy? About what happened?
Well, I had 8 pendings done, so that was good. A new agent, so I recommend it. It does help get you motivated. It's costing me money now because I got to buy new systems, but
Yeah.
get better. Yeah, so it's good. Thank you.
Awesome. Anyone else want to share anything from bowl? Yeah, Veronica?
Well, definitely, it has helped the both of us. It's just the mindset. Jonathan just started, and I've been off and on in the business, but we're just completely ready to just go full force at it. And the mindset and the motivation with Bowl was just a great, great start for us. So we're ready to finish off the year great, and we're looking forward to becoming cappers. Yay!
Congratulations in Kings County, the Hanford Sentinel the Hanford office was voted, Hanford Lemoore office was voted best real estate office. So congratulations there. We do have some upcoming classes. I will let Susan talk about her upcoming class when she speaks. Larry Garcia is teaching on prospecting today at 1:30. Friday is marketing with Jillian. Monday is leveraging a powerful contact database with Hector. And then Tuesday we have our ALC and committee meetings. Just a reminder, we would like to invite everyone to stick around afterwards for our very merry unbirthday. Today, right here on the third floor, you probably saw the decorations and some of the food that started to come in. We're celebrating everybody's birthday at once instead of individually. And anybody have anything to say on that? Hollis or Katie?
Katie did all the decorations. She did an amazing job.
Beautiful.
Katie did awesome.
Right.
All right, so we have some awards to give out. We'll start with the highest closed sell, and that goes, get this guys, highest closed sell, $5,160,000 to the Pimentel Realty Group. Rising Star Award, and our Rising Star Award went through with BRE School here with Blain, and went through Bold, and also had his first closing, and that's Jonathan Arroyo. KWKers Award goes to Team Guy. Team Guy. MCA Award goes to Estina Vallejo.
Nice.
All right, top listings, number 10 on listing, we'll wait till there we go. Come on in, Asa. Got plenty of room. All right, top 10 award goes to the Jillian Boss team. Blain, thank you for being here. And number 9, the Apple Coriel team. Number 8 is Jeremy Jennings. Number 7, Eric Anderson. Number 6, Connie Couts. Number 5, Team Guy. Number 4, Larry Harper. Number 3, Martinez Garcia Real Estate Team. Garcia Martinez Real Estate Team. Is it Garcia first? No, all right. They wrote me here. Number 2, the Kevin Blain Real Estate Team. And number 1, listing agent for the month of August is Pimentel Realty Group. Top Sales Awards, number 10, Apple Coriel. Number 9, Darren Kong. Number 8, Suzette Knopf. Number 7, congratulations, Yolanda De La Isa. Did I say number 7? Number 6, Ed Morton. Number 5, Reina Mendonca.
It's my mentor. All of her.
Number 4 is Wayne Butterfield. Number 3 is Eric Anderson.
Yeah.
Number 2, Paul Deathridge. And number 1 for the month of September is Janet Deering. Top Sales Awards for teams. Number 5 sales team, the Robin Graham Real Estate Team. Number 4, the Garcia Martinez Real Estate Team. Number 3, Team Guy.
Seriously, are you really here?
All right, number 2, Sarah Simmons and the Kevin Blain Team. And number 1, the Pimentel Realty Group. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Country Club Mortgage, you're up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have some great news with rates, with the stock market volatility that's happening. Rates have gone down pretty well. I looked this morning, FHA was right about 3.5%.
Oh, whoa.
Yes, yeah. And that, I looked before another stock market plunge happened, so stock market plunges, good for rates. Conventional this morning, 5% down, 720 credit score, was running about 4 and 8. So really good for rates. Anybody on the fence, great time to give them a call back. Another thing I want to talk about was some SNAP changes, down payment assistance for first-time buyers. A couple changes happened there, good and bad. They tightened up the ratios some, 45% down to 43%, but they got away with their minimum cash-in requirement. Before it was $1,000 or $1,500 depending on what their credit score was. Now they have no requirement at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's for which loan?
SNAP down payment assistance.
Okay.
First-time home buyer.
So you like appraisal or?
Pardon me?
Appraisal and all that sort of thing can be paid by?
SNAP down payment assistance is a 3% loan that a buyer can get where they don't have to make any payments on it. There is interest that accrues, but during the life of the first mortgage, they don't have to make any payments on it. So for example, if we pair that with an FHA loan, which has a 3.5% down payment, the first-time home buyer can get assistance of 3% of the 3.5% to help them with their down payment. It helps with when buyers have a lack of assets available for their down and closing.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Judy Timbrook from Country Club. And from First American Home Warranty, we have Susan Britter.
Good morning. How are you all? I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing a risk management class for all of you tomorrow here at 1:30 in the afternoon. It's a 1-hour class. It's risk management based upon information from an attorney out of Escondido by the name of David Bright. Are there any people here that go down to CAR, participate in CAR events and things? You probably know who he is, Larry, I would imagine, no? He's also on the Strategic Defense Council for CAR. He's really good. So the information I'm going to share is based upon his top 10 areas of risk management and liability protection. So tomorrow 1:30. I want to see you all there. That's it. Where are you?
Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
We have an additional MSA, and I'd like to welcome her up here. The name of her company is Piece of Cake, and this is Sandy. Let's give her a hand.
My name is Sandy Brower. This is my husband, Gerald Brower. Together we own Piece of Cake Staging and Move Management. Thank you so much for having us here this morning. You're probably wondering a little bit about what Move Management is, and I'm going to keep you wondering because today I'm going to just talk about staging. Let me tell you a little bit about me. My background has always been in design. By the way, while I'm talking, we're going to be showing some before and after photos of homes that we've done. I come from the Napa Valley. I did floral design and also, tell me what I did. Sorry. I did floral design and I did event planning in Napa Valley, and then eventually that all parlayed itself into doing a lot of work for construction companies and spec homes, and I did a lot of design work for that. I want to tell you a little bit about what staging is, just in case you don't know. I'm sure most of you do, particularly Connie knows a lot about staging. We do a process on a house of decluttering and depersonalizing a house, so that when somebody goes to a home, a potential buyer goes to a home, they're able to see themselves living there and they're not looking at someone else's photographs or collections of things. 22 years ago when I moved to Visalia and I hired a realtor, and she said, come to Visalia, I have 17 homes to show you that all fit within your category of what you're looking for. And so I said, great. And I drove to Visalia and started looking at houses, and out of all of those houses, I only remember 2 of them, the one that I purchased and the one that I ran away from. The one that I ran away from was perfect on paper, is exactly what I was looking for, the size, the pool, everything was there. However, when I walked into the house and I saw a huge collection of clowns in the dining room and a huge collection of clowns in the living room, I told my realtor, get me out of here. And we left and I never went back again. So it's very important that those kind of collections are very diplomatically removed from houses. By using our services, we also become your buffer or your middleman, so that you're not having to tell your client what they need to do and what needs to be taken out of their house, which can sometimes be a very difficult thing, especially if they're really attached to what they have there. So when you hire us, part of our service is to go in and very nicely explain to them that we're going to pack up a few of these things that are going to have to be packed up anyway, and take them out of their home. We also work in steps to provide the best possible service for you. So the first step would be that we would meet with the seller, and we would look inside and outside the home, because like you, we want to make sure that it has good curb appeal, and we can make a lot of really good suggestions as to what can be done to make that happen. With the buyer's permission, we take digital photos, I take copious notes, and then we can go one of 2 directions. We can either do all of the work ourselves, And we do work on vacant homes. We have a warehouse filled with stuff to fill a house with. Or we can give a comprehensive consultation to the seller so that they could do the work themselves. If they do choose that route, everything is lined out in black and white, step by step for each particular room. And then after they do that, what they're going to do to it, then we go back and make sure that it's done right and all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. We can do as much or as little as budget and time constraints allow. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. We also do consulting on upgrades. So when you have a client that wants to replace their countertops or repaint or do their carpets, we would be good people to call before costly mistakes are made in that regard. Staging really sends a message of a well cared for home. And what it does is it showcases very particular attributes of a house so that people can see that's what they remember when they leave there and can easily visualize themselves living there. When you hire us, you're hiring consummate professionals. We're on time, we do what we say we're going to do, and we're really a financial value to both you and your clients because typically the houses sell more quickly and they sell for the price that you're asking. I think that you only need to use us once to know that you'll want to keep using us. We really do a nice job. I think Connie can attest to that as well as a couple of other people here today. So I'd like to thank you very much for your time. I'm sorry I'm so nervous today. I don't know why. I'm typically, you guys are intimidating me. I'll go mingle with you out there and then next time I come I'll feel much better. Anyway, does anyone have any questions they might want to ask? Yes.
I'm just curious if there's like an average rate of how much it costs to stage a home?
I can't really give you an average rate of what it costs to stage a home because there are so many variables involved. And so, we may have a situation where we're able to utilize the majority of a person's furnishings. We just have to come in and bring some art and some throw rugs and some, things like that. And so in which case it would be very inexpensive. It's a few hours of our time, a very small rental fee, or it could be, a situation like Connie's where it might be we're bringing in about 3/4 of the stuff and utilizing about 1/4 of what the owner actually has in the house, where it would be a little bit more expensive. And of course a vacant home, you'd have a monthly rental charge. But our charges are very fair. Everyone has been very pleased with the amounts that we've charged for what we do. So, and our bids are free.
Do you have a website?
Yes, we do. We have cards and brochures out there in the lobby.
Yeah, are we looking at $1,000 a month or $500 a month? If maybe you take a vacant house and you stage it and bring in everything, or?
I would say that, let's see, a vacant home, let's say a good sized vacant home, a master bedroom, master bath, guest bath. Typically, we don't do the extra bedrooms. We'll accessorize a kitchen, do the dining room and a living room, just so people have a better idea of the size and how things would be set up. I would say that generally runs about $800 in staging fees and around $800 a month in rentals. And we only have a 1-month minimum, unlike other companies that you can rent from, like Brooks Brothers, that have a 3-month minimum rental. So it makes it much more convenient for your clients. Okay? Thank you.
And again, name of the company, Piece of Cake, and that's Sandy, and you get to meet her right after the sales meeting on our unmarried birthday. Market update for September. We'll go through this. Single family average price per square foot dropped down a little bit September to $112 from $116. Tulare County single family homes by price range in units. You can see nothing new. The majority of the homes that are selling are in this price range, in the up to 250 range. or under 250 range. Higher end, you can see that nothing different than last month. A smaller percentage of homes, about 10% of homes are selling in that higher end range. Seven homes selling out of 71 that are on the market in that 300 to 349. Days on market is in the orange. Single family home units, if you compare, you can see we're trickling up here in inventory, total number of homes on the market. 255 total number pended, down from 278 last month. Same as September of 2013. So we're right about the same, trending the same as last fall. Tulare County single family homes month of inventory, we're at 3.8, so up a little bit over August. And Tulare County family homes median versus average sales price coming down a little bit to 189. Median staying a bit close to the same as it's been for the last few months at 174. 189 is the average for single family homes, and 189 is the average and 174 is the median. Days on market, 66.
What's the difference between average and median?
Average would be total sum divided by number of homes sold, and the median would be that middle point
Between the highest and the lowest.
between the highest and the lowest sell.
It's just figures. It's numbers in the middle.
That makes sense? So average is just the actual average, and then median, we take all the homes that have sold, highest to lowest, and take the middle point, and it would be 174. It's typically a little bit more accurate number, because when you have $5 million sales, that brings the average up. Days on market, staying about the same, up a couple of days there to 66 days on market for homes that are selling. Market share. This is Kings County MLS market share. Total units for September. Congratulations. And same area for volume. Again, congratulations, Keller Williams, #1 in total volume. Porterville market share, total units in September, 41%. And Porterville market share for total volume for the month of September, #1 there, almost double the next closest one. So congratulations out there. TCMLS market share, 21% for Keller Williams. That's up from 18% for listing sold units. And total market share for listings, active listings, 18%, which is up from 17% from 2 months ago. So congratulations, Keller Williams. Good job. Broker 60 seconds. Troy Guy.
Woo! Very exciting stuff. How many of you guys made it to Gov Hutchinson's contract training? Oh, good, good. All right, very good. We need to make it a point, even if you went to Gov's, but it's probably not a bad idea to go over it again. But if you haven't been to one of the trainings on a new contract, please make sure you do. Go to our trainings. We're putting on the trainings here between now and November, and make sure that you attend at least one of those. I talked as fast as I could, didn't tell any jokes or funny stories for 1 hour. My mouth was dry, and I got through the first 2 pages. So, we roughly need a 4-hour class.
Yes.
Not really, it goes faster as you get closer to the end, like a roll of toilet paper. So,
Great. Get it out.
see, I had to slip that joke in. All right, it does come out November 24th. Also, and so you'll want to be making sure that in November you update your templates, okay? It does not auto-populate into your templates. I can't say that enough. Just because a new form came out in zip forms does not mean that it puts it into your templates. I hope all of you have created templates for short sales, for traditional sales, right? Vacant land, all those things. All right, the other new forms that are coming out in November, which you will also need to update your templates with, besides the purchase agreement. And the purchase agreement, by the way, for business, commercial, manufactured home, new construction, NODRPA, the probate, income property, and vacant land are all changing as well. Okay, so make sure all of your purchase agreements are changing in your templates. And the backup offer addendum, the cancellation of contract, contingency for sale of buyer, of seller's property, contingency removal form, notice to buyer to perform, notice to seller to perform, request for repairs, and seller's response for request for repairs have been split. Counter offers, they've made a change to the counter offers and made it a buyer counter offer now and a seller counter offer, and representation of more than one buyer or seller, and seller replacement property. So buyer finding replacement property and seller finding replacement property on the contingency for sale. So the COP form used to cover both, but it's not covering both anymore. Yes?
Are they gonna make the other forms go away? So I mean, if, I know the app form, they say it's no longer that particular one. So I mean, if it's in our template, will it be gone?
No. If it's in your template, it will not be gone. But I believe that they're gonna take it out of the options in zip forms. Okay, so that's why it's like, oh, I'm still using my template. If you haven't updated your template, and that's what I see so often is, 6 months into next year, we'll be getting the old RPA because people are just pulling up their template and filling in the blanks, right? So you need to update your templates, that way you get the new one that's updated. Okay? Any other questions? You guys ready to ramp it up for Christmas?
Yes.
Okay. No, hey, Santa Claus isn't coming unless you guys sell some houses. So go fight and sell.
We have some MLS news, and to bring us the MLS news, we'll bring up Ed Morton.
We've got a few things, guys. We've updated the tax records. So there's a lot more information on there, so take a look at that. Public facing website will be coming out December 1st, right around that time. It looks like it's gonna work out real well. Everybody seems happy. Gonna run it by the brokers, broker meeting October 29th, so make sure you're there. We've had 48 complaints, 47 of them were correctable. So nobody's really getting fined, things like that, so that's going quite well. On tour, if there are 10 homes on tour, anything over 10, you have to sit until 11:30 now. We're getting too many on the market and stretching out to Exeter and all those places. So if you have something on tour and it is over number 10, you have to stay till 11:30. Sorry about that, guys, but
Used to be 15, they changed
yeah,
it.
yeah, lowered it. Two big things, flips. Coming from CAR, those are the ones that are getting the most lawsuits thrown at them, especially with a realtor as the principal. Lawyers are just going after them like crazy. That was one of the big topics. The other one is a ballot measure in San Francisco that 25% tax will be put on the property if you flip it within the first 2 years. It goes to 20 for 3 and 4 and 15 for the 5th year. So you pretty much have to hold on to that thing for over 5 years before you can get your money back.
That's just San Francisco.
That's San Francisco, but when those big cities start implementing stuff like that, it's not long before it spreads throughout the state, especially with the money situation and all that fun stuff. So this is where the cost of doing business comes in. CAR is fighting this like crazy. And local associations everywhere are throwing money into this thing. So
Yeah, Kasem, say that again, Ed. Yeah, this is what the money that you paid.
this is what the cost of
fights.
doing business is for. It stops this kind of stuff. Sign ordinance. There's a meeting tonight. It seems they bring this up all the time. They've had an independent third party come in and tell us that we're not doing it right, okay? Brad Maskey's on the committee, and we have a new GAD. And he is on the committee also. Bob Link is also on the committee. He's a good guy. They're on our side, but they want to choke the size of our signs down to 4 square feet. Okay? Right now, they're 24 by 36, that's 6 square feet. And they only want it one-sided. We're double-sided. They want to stop all open house signs on public property. You have to get a permit. You have to pay a fee in order to put signs out. And the new restriction is they only want you to have 3 open house signs, and that includes the one in front of the house. Well, you know how that goes. I mean, you can have 5 to 6 signs going in 2 different ways, guys. So I highly recommend you call the board office, maybe even attend the meeting. It's the one tonight, I think, is just for suggestions and things like that. So, but it's really big, guys. It's actually huge.
Question.
There was a, yes,
Did they say anything about banners?
yes, we're not allowed to, banners,
No banners.
pretty much. And the big feathers and the whole 9 yards, absolutely not. They also want to limit commercial properties to 6 square feet. I mean, you go with a 4 by 8 piece of plywood and you're already over that. You know, that's 32 square feet, one-sided. If you, with the 4 by 4, or the 4 square feet, you put your sign up there and 2 riders, you're out of compliance. So that's what, another thing, this cost of doing business, when we contribute, it trickles down to our local association, and we can use that money to help with the elections of our local city council and our county supervisors. So it really comes into play, guys.
So this is from just the
This
city?
is just the city of Visalia.
Visalia? Okay.
Yes.
This would be the strictest sign ordinance in the entire state, folks.
That is correct.
When's the meeting, Ed?
I think it's tonight is what they were saying,
should
because
know
we had to
when.
have.
We should show up in
yeah,
force to that.
We had to have something put together for them tonight. I don't think they're gonna vote on it tonight, but they're listening to all kinds of suggestions and things like that. So this one's pretty big, guys.
So what started all that? Is somebody
Yeah,
complaining about the signs? The city council?
They do get a few complaints. One of the biggest things, and I don't want to single certain people out, however, Realty Concepts has a subdivision out there, and when they put signs out for their open houses and things like that, they put 3 or 4 A-frames out, and then they put a sign on top of that. So there's like 15, 20 signs on each corner every weekend. Residents have been complaining. The city council gets 3 complaints, and you know, typical politicians have got to punish everybody. So that's the hard part, guys. So we're writing a letter. We're taking in samples of what we want. Our GAD and Brad Maskey, and Brad's real good when he goes to these things. He takes care of business. And our government affairs director, our new guy, he will be there. He's also on the task force. So we do have quite a big voice in there. But it still wouldn't hurt, once they go to vote on things, it probably wouldn't hurt for a bunch of us to show up, guys. And I'll keep you posted on that. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Sorry, wish I had better news, guys.
The BRE licensing school, Wayne, are we past the point of signing up for this semester?
We've
or this quarter?
had 4 classes, and pretty much, you know, I just hate for anybody, there's so much terminology in the one class, let alone have to catch up on 4 classes and then keep coming twice a week. It's just, I don't recommend it.
So the next one,
The
January?
next one's January 13th.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. And just a reminder, save the dates, business planning clinic, there's some flyers and stuff on your desk, and we'll get some more information. That's in November, Candy Cane Lane Parade, be exciting, that's 1st of December. And then the Cantina Lounge Christmas party will be December 11th. And we'll get you more information on that. Happy birthday to our birthday recipients for this week, for today, tomorrow, the next day, following day. Moy, is Moy in here?
Who's here?
Happy birthday, Moy.
Trying to release that check. The second time I dropped it.
Happy birthday to you all. All right, Culture Minute, Jessica?
Alrighty. Oops.
The culture minute for today is to be part of the solution and not the problem, and Kirsten's going to play a short little video to go with it. Lots of time, a decade, lots of money, $12 million. Hopefully no one would spend that much money on their problems, but pretty much to just, remember that it could just be a simple solution. So everyone in here I know uses a pen, so just use that as a reminder daily to, try to be part of the solution when you see a problem, because every problem has a solution. So.
Thank you, Jessica. It's the only thing the Russians beat us at, right? Lessons learned, mistakes recognized. Anybody have a lessons learned from the last week? Some of you. Anybody want to share with us? Yes, Jerry.
I had a lesson. It's a painful lesson. Probably the worst mistake I've made in my entire career. But I sold a piece of property last week, and in the comments, it said there was a tractor and a mower included. I did not write that into the contract because it was included in my offer. And I talked to several of the wise people around here who all gave me the wrong answer, so I called CAR Legal and agreed with them. It has to be written in the offer. So it could have been a deal breaker, but luckily I was able to hold it together.
So just because it's in the MLS does not mean it's included unless you put it in the offer.
That's right. And I would have gone to my grave swearing it. Because I'm sure in the old days, I even asked the attorney, I said, when did that change? I know it didn't used to be that way. He said, well, I've been here for 10 years, and that's what it's always been.
In the offer.
Yeah, so that was huge. And the thing that bothered me was the most, I felt I'd let my clients down. So just remember that. That's a good one.
So
But I won't forget it.
No, she's bought a tractor.
I have a lesson learned from like 7 weeks ago, but both happened, so I haven't been here. When you're doing a foreclosure, I believe it's whatever Blain Dirks lists for. So, we offered above list price. Appraisal came in high. However, there was a previous appraisal done on the first buyer. So there was a little bias in that. So list price, appraised price, first appraised price. It is whichever one is lowest of the three. Even though our appraisal came in higher, the first appraisal came in lower, and then list price was in the middle. So just be aware. My buyer didn't have to come in with any cash to make that one close because there was so much bias. Even their legal team was unsure. So we got away with it. We were lucky. But just be aware, if there's two appraisals on a property and it's a foreclosure, they will go with the lesser of the three.
Your lender will go with the
Yes.
lesser of the three.
Even if it's not
Not
FHA, even
necessarily.
if it's conventional?
Not
I
necessarily.
believe so, I don't know. We were FHA buyers, so.
Wow.
Then mine.
Why wasn't there a case number, why was there a second appraisal done if there was a case number on the FHA?
They do not, they no longer, they always, apparently Cindy might be able to help me out on this. They want a new appraisal with each buyer now with foreclosures. They wouldn't let us use the previous appraisal.
There's a HUD one?
They
Yeah.
don't use their appraisals anymore.
On an FHA loan, once a property has an FHA appraisal on it, regardless of whether it's a foreclosure or regular sale, once it has an FHA appraisal on it, and the appraisal has been attached to the property with a case number, that appraisal is good for 4 months. It sticks with the property, regardless of who your buyer is.
Why would they have ordered another one? That's weird.
Hot situation.
Thanks for Sarah in July. And that was an FHA.
It was an FHA.
FHA deal. Any other lessons learned?
This
Yeah,
wasn't my lesson, and I don't know if it's been shared in the last, I don't know, few months, but anyway, home warranties do not cover sub-zeros. And there's an agent here that got to participate in purchasing a new sub-zero because home warranties do not cover sub-zero. So I wish Susan was
Is
still
it
here.
just Sub-Zero or is it all built in? Like Jeep monogram or?
I don't know.
Can you add it in
That's a
though?
good question. We need to find the answer to that, but it was an
Where'd Susan go?
expensive lesson. Luckily, the agent, the new owner, and the old owner split the cost of the Sub-Zero, so it didn't fall on one person, but it was still, even a third of a Sub-Zero is $12,000, so it's still expensive. So if you sell an Sub-Zero, you better check into that.
Add it to the policy.
Okay.
I have sold my entire career and thought they were covered. Thank God none of them ever went back. Wow, that's one lesson I didn't learn, thank God.
Any other lesson learned? Thank you for sharing those, Jerry, in July. Buyers' wants and needs, success stories, or buckets? Do we have any buckets to fill? Yes.
I have it back on the market, my listing in Stonebridge 3, 2405 East Laura Court, 3,000 foot home that's 4-bedroom and 3-bath with the pool on the second largest lot in Stonebridge is back on the market. It's $429,900. Also has a $70,000 solar system. Yeah, the buyer bailed on it the day before yesterday for the second time. Yeah, a week before closing. So help me sell that. They're really motivated to get it sold. Oh no, they bought it. Yeah, they bought 2 houses. They need to get it sold. Help.
Any buckets to fill?
I'll fill a bucket.
Okay.
Ed Perez came, I don't know if you guys remember him, he's the surveyor. Well, my flood insurance was $1,800 a year on my property. And he came out and surveyed it. Number one, he gave me an elevation certificate, so it reduced my premium. And then we submitted everything to FEMA, and I'm totally out of the flood zone. My total cost was $950. So that saves me, I mean, think about it, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't have a house anymore, but I don't have flood insurance. I guess that's a good thing.
You
will have a house. I will have a house. That's right.
Any other success stories or buckets? Yes.
It's been said a million times, but Barbara Rosito is amazing. She did a deal with me, and every other day something came up, and she was on the phone, and she was in Tahoe and calling me on vacation. She's fabulous. I can't say enough about her.
I want to fill Katie Oliver's bucket. She was here after practically everyone else left. And whenever I left, she was still doing the ribbon. And I came back this morning and it's all fantastic and beautiful. And I just want to fill her bucket in appreciation.
Good job, Katie. Awesome. Any other buckets, success stories? All right, if not, then join us in the lounge for a very unmarried birthday and enjoy the food.